Appreciate you clicking on this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Helps a ton. Rambo Bikes, PalmettoPrecisionStrings.com, Black Flag. Use TripleRwoods. Check out on all three of those. Save yourself some money. Helps channel out. Appreciate you guys that are already doing that. Today, we're going to see how these one veins go through a deer. All right, so I posted a video, it's probably been weeks ago by now, about these one veins and these one wings, and I had a lot of comments. Things were like, how do they steer a broadhead? That was probably the most popular comment. But also, I had a question about what happens when you shoot a deer? Do these just pop off? Do they go through? Do they crumple up? And I thought that's a good question. I don't know that it matters a whole lot, as long as you get the deer and it steers the arrow good. But it is interesting to know, because when we did some broadhead testing videos, we had some issues with what felt like the fletchings were not helping us get a pass through. So maybe if these fly off, it's a good thing. I just kind of thought that we should test that and see how they fly, what happens. We're going to use our fake deer here. You've got one side, you've got a gallon of water here, or blood you might say, and then we've got our other side. We've got a 1/4 inch plywood on both sides, so we're going to shoot for down here. We're going to look for, hopefully get a pass through, see what happens to these fletchings. We'll check the bleed out time. We're going to just see what happens when you shoot a deer with these, with our simulation deer. And this is probably tougher than an actual deer. I will give you that. Based on what when I shot broadheads through them, I think these 2 sheets of plywood with a gallon of water in between is tougher than just shooting a deer. I think this is a lot harder than deer skin. You know, pending you don't catch a rib or a shoulder, these are probably harder. But we're testing worst case scenario, so I'm fine with it. I'm not worried about it. We're going to use an Annihilator broadhead. I do think that these vanes probably steer mechanicals better. I think that these will probably fly better with these one vanes. If I was pairing these up, I'd probably put a Beast or a Speed or a Rage, Schwacker, something like that on there. The Mega Meat did not perform as well, as you can see, but mechanicals seem to fly pretty good out of those. But this one, I think we'll have a better chance of getting a pass through, and we want to get a pass through to see what happens with the fletching part of this. So we're going to use the Annihilator at 20 yards, see if we can get a pass through at 20 yards, see what happens. Let's go get set up. We're probably going to take a few practice shots, make sure this Annihilator's hitting where I want it to. 20 yards with the Annihilator. I'm really digging this head just from it's easy to sharpen. Just keep shooting it. So I like doing it, especially for testing and things like that, because it's just super easy to sharpen and keep shooting, and it flies good. All right, let's check our 20 mark, see how she's looking. Okay, so we're hitting a little low. Hit just about where I was aiming. I might add another yard. All right, 20 yards, the Annihilator with the one vanes. Let's see how it looks. We're fixing to shoot this deer. Let's go check it out. All right, so as you can see, our fletching curled up here in it, which is kind of what I expected. I mean, realistically, that's kind of what you expect. Now, here's my point. I don't know that it's a bad thing. I mean, we're passed through. It's got a little wrinkle to it. I don't know if that'll come out or not. Our arrow's laying 3 feet over there after going through 2 sheets of plywood to a gallon of water here. I saw a lot of arrows that would hit and the fletchings would curl up, but the arrow doesn't keep going because it's glued to it. I'm not saying this is bad, that this is still here, because I can just put this on again. I don't have to, you know, I don't have to re-fletch it. I'll just stick another one, get another one in the bag, stick it on. But this deer's dead, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. I might see if I can get a mechanical. The Annihilator's got really good penetration, so that's a really good example. Let's see if I can get a mechanical. I hit it kind of dead center, so there's still quite a bit of water. If I can hit it lower, we might be able to test what a mechanical would do, if it'll go through with this. Hypodermic with a one vane. We're at 20 yards. I'm gonna shoot the lower half of this jug, so hopefully we get a pass through in the water. Here we go. All right, so our Rage went through. It hit right where I was aiming. Went through, you can see we got a good cut, but it did not have enough energy to go ahead and keep going, so kind of hung up on the fletchings, I guess. Kind of what I expected, I guess. I had hoped that we'd have the energy to push on through, but we got a big cut on contact. Big cut here. I mean, it's bleeding out good. It's just kind of the same old story with mechanicals. I can't get a pass through very good, even with a tuned bow that's hitting good, 70 pounds, 20 yards through our simulation deer. All right, let's summarize these bad boys as far as how I'm hitting a deer. If you're using a high impact, high energy arrow setup, 70 pounds, a Sicario would probably be fantastic with these. Cut on contact broadhead, it's actually, I think, a benefit. Fletching flies off, arrow keeps going. There's no drag pulling it back, or at least very little, keeping it from getting that full pass through. A lot of our tack vanes, the stiff tack vane that's glued on, seems like they'd be flying through and then they'd catch on that and they'd kind of bury up with the tack vane because they're just so stiff. So I actually was pretty impressed with the fact that this just flew off, arrow kept going. We had a complete pass through, no hang up anywhere. But again, we're using a very sharp cut on contact arrow. It did not necessarily like these arrows, especially at 50 yards. Now, if you're just whitetail hunting in the east, in the big woods, most of your shots are 20 yards, 30 at the most probably. You could tune these perfectly fine. I got it to tune at 20 perfectly fine. It just took a few shots to get it right. But I was able to get these to tune and fly straight with these one vane wings. Now, I think they steer these mechanicals really good. Mechanicals just don't have the pass through that I wish they had, but they're not any worse than a regular vane. So in that respect, you're not losing anything by running these. They still go on, they stay, they work. There was no movement on this when it hit, and didn't get the pass through. It buried up just kind of right in here like every other vane does. So they're easy to fletch. I fletched, I think, 3 or 4 today, and just as simple as come in here and put them on. The mechanical heads, just that it really enjoys shooting. Like, it shoots these mechanicals really well. No issue shooting them out at 50 yards with these vanes. But they just don't have the pass through potential that a solid head does, and it doesn't seem to really like the solid heads as much. So all that to say, you could easily deer hunt with this. If you, obviously, I think that's harder than shooting a deer. Like, that's 2 1/4-inch pieces of plywood. If you hit a deer in the right spot, you're not going to have an issue. This will go through, this will go through, this will probably pop off. This combo is a pretty good combo, I will say that. I might be shooting something like this in this fall out of that Darton. But interesting, just some things everybody's asked. I kind of want to know myself what would happen. And it kind of like I thought would happen. It's going to pop off. Arrow's going to keep going. If you're using a cut on contact broadhead, that's good for pass through. So appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, stick around. Probably a short one today because that's just really just a couple shots. Kind of see how they work. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on these one vanes. If you want to see the one wings, leave a comment. Let me know if you want to see how the one wings can steer broadheads and how they do at pass-throughs as well. Let me know what broadhead you're shooting this fall. Check out RamboBikes.com, TripleRwoods at checkout, save you some money on an e-bike. The best e-bikes on the market. If it's not got a Bafang motor, like some of these other knockoffs, you don't want to use it. Just only if it's got a Bafang motor should you buy it and ride it. Don't skimp on the motor. Palmetto Precision Strings, Black Flag, TripleRwoods. Support those people. They support the company. They support us. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.